All right, Sean of MathSwap Tutoring here with another math challenge. This is a pretty difficult challenge, at least it was for me. So that's why I rated the difficulty level hard. Let's get into it. Bob is 2 times older than the age Derek was when Bob was Derek's current age. The sum of their current ages is 63. What are their current ages? Now, when I first saw this problem, I knew that it had something to do with a system of equations. It's a word problem, and you have all this math language in here. But I couldn't quite get it until the next day it came to my mind that this must be maybe if I solve this as a system of three equations by keeping track of a detail that is implied but not it's not an explicit part of this word problem. So I explain when I get there. So let's set up some variables. So B is going to stand for Bob's age. Now I'm going to write DB and DC. So D is going to stand for Derek's age, but notice we have two different ages for Derek. We have whatever Derek's current age is, okay, and so that's why I call it D sub C. And then we have Derek's age before. So what do I mean by that? So this says Bob is 2 times older than the age Derek was when Bob was Derek's age. So that's the age that we're calling Derek's age beforehand. Okay. Now, three variables, three equations. Okay. So now let's write it out. So Bob is 2 times older than the age that Derek was when Bob was Derek's age. So that means that B is equal to 2D. Oh, I'm writing this too close. I meant to say DB. Sorry about that. Let me rewrite that, y'all. B is equal to 2 dB. So it's equal to 2 times whatever Derek's age was before. Okay. The other obvious equation is that the sum of their current ages. So B plus two. I'm sorry. I'm thinking too fast. B plus D sub C. Bob's current age plus Derek's current age is equal to 63. Okay. Now, here is the detail that's important to this problem that is implied. So you have to read into it to see it. So so even though Bob is now 2 times the age of Derek before when Bob was Derek's current age, even though that's the case, keep in mind that say for example, if you know, you're 30 and your brother is 32. When you were 0, he was 2. When you was um when you was 7, he was 9. Hopefully I said that in the right order. But you see what I'm saying? There's always going to be a difference of 2 years between you. Even though Bob is twice Derek's previous age now, the difference between their ages was always the same. So what you can do is you can set up an equation that reflects that. Okay? So let's think about that. So the difference between their ages right now is the same as the difference between their ages before. So let's write that in an equation. So we're going to say Bob's current age minus Derek's current age is going to be equal to Bob's past age. Now, how are we going to write that? Okay, so Bob's past age. This says Bob is 2 times older than the age Derek was when Bob was Derek's current age. So that means that um, Bob's age in the past was Derek's current age. So that's going to be DC, okay, um, minus Derek's age at that time. So since Bob is 2 times older than the age Derek was when Bob was Derek's age, so that means that Derek's age in the past is going to be equal to B over 2. Okay, does that make sense? Of course, I can't get your feedback, so just follow me. So let's actually kind of like simplify this. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to put DC on this side. Okay, and then I'm going to put B over 2 on this side. Okay, and so what happened is B plus B over 2 is going to be 3B over 2. 3B over 2 is equal to um, DC plus DC, which is 2DC. Okay, now we have three equations, we have three unknowns. We really, what all we really want to know is two of the unknowns, B and then D sub C. Okay, so we actually have a couple of equations here that we can kind of use to find that, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to substitute. So we're going to rearrange this one and say that B is equal to 63 minus DC. And then we can take that and substitute it in for B here. So let's use our space. So 3 times B, but B is equal to 63 minus DC over 2 equals 2DC. Okay, I'm going to multiply this whole thing by 2 to get rid of the 2 in the denominator. So that becomes 3 times 63 minus DC equals 4 DC. 63 times 3, let me see, that's 189 minus DC equals 4 DC. We can, let's see, we want to add this to both sides. Oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. It's 3 DC. I was thinking too quickly. I knew something wasn't looking right. So we're going to add 3DC to both sides. So 189 equals 7DC. Okay. And then you're going to divide both sides by 7 or divide the whole thing by 7. So DC is 189 divided by 7, which I'll look at the work I did before, which is 27. Now, so there's one of the ages, Derrick's current age. Now we can easily find Bob's current age by plugging it into this second equation here. So B plus DC, where DC is 27, equals 63. Subtract 27, subtract 27, and that ends up being 36. Let me see, 13, yeah. All right, now let me know how that was for you. Like I said, when I first looked at it, it was bothering me because I couldn't quite figure it out. But I finally figured out the detail that they imply but that they leave out. Okay. So let me know how you did on this one. Make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share it with a friend. And also keep in mind, if you're able to solve these kind of problems, then SAT math will be easy for you. Okay. So make sure you stay tuned for our problems. Make sure you try the next one that comes up on the screen. And have a good one. Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you need math tutoring or you need SAT math help, look in the description to find out how you can sign up today. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you stay in touch with Math Swap Tutoring on YouTube. Have a good one.